when you want to play possession football, this is the reason why you lot heard me saying I want guys like Marza and Dye and all these guys. Bro, if you want to play possession football, you need those players. The reason Guardiola's a genius is because he makes sure he always has those kind of players. You can't name a Guardiola team ever where he's not going to have, bro, best in the level kind of possession players. Like David Silva before that, Gundogan, you name it, bro. He always makes sure this guy has best in the world level kind of possession players. That's why his football always looks extra special. You watch Spain, bro. You can't recreate Rodri, Ruiz, Pedri and all these man, or PSG, Vitinha, Chal Neves. This is the reason why I low-key want one of those kind of players. This is what's actually driving me to want someone like Alex Scott. Because I feel like, I'll explain this as well quickly, yeah? Because a lot of people, let's talk about Alex Scott and midfield, innit? We'll talk about.
And I know Wharton is not your controller, but like, he has the ability, he has the potential to be one. And I think Shabby can help with that, to be fair.
Man said, Wharton, you lot are bugging out, man. You know one thing that I will say from now? I don't know how guys watch football, bro. I swear to God, bro. I don't know what people see with Wharton that I don't see. Like, when I see people hating on Wharton, I can't understand it for the life of me. I swear to God, I can't, bro. Like, to me, Wharton, bro, if you're talking about special, he might even be arguably, obviously, Bruno Gamara is his peak, so I'm not going to keep him out of it. He's arguably the most special guy of all of these guys, bro. Even arguably more than Anderson. And I love Anderson. I feel like Anderson is more of a guarantee, plug him into any team, Anderson's going to do his thing. Wharton is a type that can win you a league, bro. Like, I don't think guys know who Adam Wharton is. That's what I'm thinking. Like, you know what Wharton reminds me of? It genuinely reminds me of like how people used to judge Elise at Palace. It's like, until these guys, yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
This is how man used to talk about Elise at Palace, bro. Like, oh yeah, Elise is decent. Yeah. I used to be like, are you not watching properly, bro? Like, these guys, yeah, they go to a top team and suddenly you start looking at it mad different. Bro, you put Wharton in Alonso's system, bro. When it comes to chance creation from deep, brother, this guy's ability to spot passes doesn't even make sense. It's inhumane. It's not normal. It's like the only guys I've seen with that kind of speed is Fabregas and Trent. Dead serious, like in terms of how quick they spot passes. Like, bro, sometimes I don't even know how Wharton spotted it that quick. I don't even know how that's possible. One touch, Wharton sent it through. I'm like, what? Bro, it's scary. I'll be honest, like right foot, left foot, first time. The guy is playing for Palace, by the way. He played transition football. What do you think Xabi Alonso will do to Wharton? It's like, when I see guys talking, I'm like, you lot can't be serious, bro. Like, you lot can't be serious. Like, this guy, and you know the other bit here that I need to explain as well? Palace are a defensive team. Look at the attackers that Wharton's supplying. What do you think is going to happen if Wharton starts supplying Palmer, João Pedro, Estevao, and Rodgers? Like, what do you think is going to happen? Like?
You know the funniest thing?
What?
I'm just looking at like Wharton and Alex Scott's, their defensive stats. And of course, Alex Scott really excels in a bit more things than Wharton does. But very interesting that Wharton has more recovery, more recovery, loose balls won in channels than Scott. Like, he has more recovery of the ball in the channels than Scott does.
Like you know what it is here with Wharton? Wharton is like, you see like how I was speaking about Lacroix might look better? This is the kind of system where Wharton might look better. Wharton...
Might? No, he would.
Yeah, it's just the way I'm speaking. You know what I'm saying now. Wharton, first of all, we're going to dominate with the ball. I keep trying to tell people, bro, Granit Xhaka and Palacios had the best defense in Leverkusen. Bro, none of them are even defensive players like that. I'll be real with you. Exactly. They're both like just midfielders that have some defensive attributes, but they're not really a defensive-minded player. Never mind, Chelsea have Caicedo. Bro, like, let's not forget what guys were saying about Caicedo in a 3-1-6 with Maresca. Bro, Caicedo was holding a whole midfield together by himself, like, sitting alone. If you pair that with Wharton, who's much, positionally, he's not someone that has to leave his zone as much. Like you said, he's kind of underrated. He can read space. We're going to defend with the ball. The system's going to be compact. Brother. Man are just ODing.
Sorry for interrupting, but who's the best defensive six or midfielder in the league?
Rice, I guess, isn't it? Defensive value.
Right, okay. I'm trying to see who I can compare this man to, like, on the stats. That's why.
Yeah. It's like, you know what it is though with Rice, yeah? Rice is great defensively, innit? But it's like, when you're talking about value, like, for me, I always say you can add value in possession and out of possession. This is the reason why Rodri is fake. Because Rodri is good defensively, he holds his position, but he also adds value in possession. He controls the game. So combined, it's like Rodri. This is the reason why Rodri's team always wins. Because he adds so much value both ways. This is the reason why I love Caicedo so much. Because Caicedo, for me, he was learning to sit more. And Caicedo in possession is going to help you control and dominate the game. This is the reason I've made that joke before. Guys don't realize, bro, I know they play a back three. Go and check Ecuador's record in the qualifiers, bro. I think they got the best record in South America. Like, bro, Ecuador don't concede barely in like South America, bro. Like, they have got a fake record. And it's similar to what I'm saying. When you have defensive midfielders that control games and they, are good defensively, that's when you got a problem. Because let's never forget, Chelsea had the best defensive record in Europe under Tuchel with Jorginho out of our 6. Like, that's what I mean. Like, Jorginho's way he controlled games in Tuchel structure, bro, I ain't never seen shit like that in my life, bro. It was peak. But don't get it twisted, bro. Like, if we're just talking pure defensive talent, then yeah, it's definitely Declan Rice still. Rice is he's a Martian. I'll be honest. Like, the way he covers.
Yeah, the staff support that.
That guy's like a Space Jam athlete. You know Space Jam where like the big villain, like that guy don't even make sense. Like that guy's on some bullshit. I'll be
real. It's not easy to give up past him, to be fair.
Yeah, bro.
Even though you move him left to right, like he stays with you.
Obviously, the part of Declan Rice is that he's not good in possession, and he's awkward in possession to me. So for me, where it becomes tough is that this is the thing with Declan Rice. Yeah, if you're playing possession football, Rodri arguably has more defensive value than him, and that might sound crazy to some people, but this is the reason why you sometimes watch Declan Rice and his teams get dominated. Like, you would expect, all right, Declan Rice is playing for England, then why are we conceding so much chances? Why are Arsenal at the end of last season conceding chances left, right and centre against most teams? Like, loads of teams were coming to the Emirates and dominating and doing what they do against Arsenal. Because if you're trying to play possession football, the main way you want to defend is control. Which is the reason why when you ask Xabi Alonso, who does he want? He wants a controller. Because he knows that's the number one way to defend. Listen, there's a reason why with Xhaka and Palacios, this guy had the best defensive record in Bundesliga that year. That's why I'm so excited that for me, Caicedo is the perfect player for Alonso. One, he doesn't use a lone 6. He uses a double pivot, which is perfect for Caicedo. And like I said, Caicedo is great in possession. He's going to give you value control. And defensively, I think guys have forgot who Caicedo is. I want to tell you this from now. In a compact structure, Caicedo is going to look like an alien. I promise you that. In a compact structure, bro, where the gaps are less, Caicedo is going to start looking like an alien again. I promise you. Because the gaps are smaller. You're going to be asking Caicedo to win these little loose balls where the structure is more compact. Brother, Caicedo is going to remind guys exactly who he is. This is why I'm not really obsessing about the OOP and, oh my God, we need a 6 as much as everyone else. For me, I'm like, bro, you got Caicedo there already. As long as you get someone that can help us control the game on a big level next to Caicedo, then I think we're good, bro. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. That. This is why I look at someone like Wharton and I say, Wharton and Caicedo, I'm okay with that because we need to remember we're a team that wants to attack. Like, bro, I think we got so used to not scoring goals. And this is the reason why, listen, if I start talking, I'll talk about everything, bro. But the reason why, people forget, bro, we're a team that, look at our attackers, bro. PSG accept that we're going to give away some chances. You know why PSG don't care? Because we're putting 4 in your net. And as Chelsea fans, we felt that more than anybody. Like, that is the kind of team that we got to remember that Chelsea should be. Like, bro, we got Rodgers, we got Palmer, we got Esteval, we got João Pedro. That should be where we put emphasis. If you put Wharton in the team, brother, how are you going to stop us? On a level that, I'm trying to really think about that. How are you going to stop us that? Under Alonso as well. Come on, man. It's spooky. So, for me, when it comes to Alex Scott, the reason I like Alex Scott to obviously round everything back is because what did I just say for the whole time? I like guys that give you value in possession, controlling, and I like guys that obviously out of possession have value. That's Alex Scott. Alex Scott is someone that has that controller vibe, someone that knows when to play it short, 1-2s, has that IQ. He's also somebody that can cover ground, has legs, which we don't really have in our team, in truth. So for me, Scott and Caicedo, yeah, exactly. In midfield especially, we have very stationary, static kind of midfielders. This is the only reason why people have said they want Chema Andrews, and I like Chema Andrews. I think he's a top talent. But because we've got so many like stationary type midfielders, I want someone with legs. The reason I love
Yeah.
Nico G is because Nico G can kind of be that stationary 6, but he's got legs. Nico G can get up and down the pitch. Nico G can cover ground a bit. For me, Alex Scott, cover ground, track back. If you got an amazing talent like Caicedo and you also got Scott, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I'll say it here. I'm not going to tweet it, innit? But you, man, heard it from me. Just know you're looking at Vitinha and Neves, bro. I'll be honest. I'll just tell you like that. I'll be real. I'll be real, like. And a lot of people have compared Alex Scott to Neves. Alex Scott, for me, would be our Vitinha. Alex Scott is the type of guy that literally will go to the CBs. Alex Scott, for me, he's just like a more physical version, like. And I think people with Alex Scott, one thing that a lot of guys, man said LK Bomber, you lot are too stupid. But listen, something that a lot of people don't talk about with Alex Scott, this guy plays for Iraola, you know. As Chelsea fans, we know how difficult it is to play that possession football and never lose the ball when the gaps are huge. We had Pochettino. All these guys like Caicedo, Enzo, let's be honest, like, a lot of guys were drowning, bro. They couldn't hold on to possession, like, it was tough. Alex Scott is under Iraola and he doesn't lose the ball much. He's always finding solutions, even if he's getting pressed to draw a foul. Bro, you put him in a system where the gaps close up, boy, he might start looking mad. And I think that's why Chelsea won him. Because Chelsea know that this guy is probably the next up. Like, he's the type to join our team and look like an 100 million midfielder next season. I'll be honest. In the right system where the gaps close up and now you're asking Caicedo and Scott to do 1-2s, this and that, bro, Alex Scott might look peak. I'm going to be real with you. He might look peak. So that's why I'm like, boy, bring Scott, boy, Alex. Yeah, like, to me, this is what I'm saying. Shout out to RNG. Scott as a 6. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, he might be serious. Like, I don't think guys will listen. Let me even go quickly. And this is how you know my chain's not fake. I want to just show something in it. Like, let me even scroll up in it, just so you lot know. Check the date of this. And first of all, let's even go further back. November 2025. This is when Chelsea weren't even struggling yet. Chelsea need a dribbly mobile midfielder that can take on the ball anywhere. If you want to dominate possession, I've always said the one reason Chelsea's possession football looks a little bit stale, it doesn't look as good as the other teams, is because we don't have a Bernardo Silva. We don't have that kind of midfielder that can get around the pitch, that has legs, that is press resistant. That, you remember, like, even Kovacic had that vibe. Frankie de Jong has that vibe. Bernardo Silva, Vitinha, these guys that can move, get around the ball. No one is really like that in our team, if you think about it. And when you think about any elite possession team, Odegaard when Arsenal's possession football was good, Vitinha, Bernardo Silva, think about all the best teams like that. Really and truly, they usually have that kind of player he's kind of fluid, he's mobile, get around, which is why I always talk about mobile, what's it called? So we move on. April 16th. I've spoken about the need for this time. If we go for Alex Scott, that's why. To play the football we want, you need it. Put him in a possession team with smaller distances, which is what I just explained to you earlier. I said it might get peak very, very quickly. And then you can see what I said here. To really control teams, you need PSG-type midfielders who can vary between carry, dribbles, and passing, who have a natural understanding of 1-2s, have the mobility engine, etc. Because that's the issue with Chelsea. When you look at our midfield, on paper, everyone was gassed. Yeah, we got Andre Santos. He's a great player. Enzo's a great player. All of them are too stationary. Enzo's main way of getting out of pressure is passing. Santos' main way, passing. Caicedo's main way, yeah, he might beat a guy with a little shimmy, is passing. Even Lavia, when he drops a shoulder, he's not going to carry the ball. Someone like Alex Scott, Vitinha, João Neves, Pedri, these men have loads of options. They might jinx you, they might carry, they might pass, they might go backwards. And they got engine. We don't really have that kind of play in our midfield. So for me, bro, I want you lot to deep, yeah? Think about how, you know, I want to pause. This is against Sunderland, what I'm about to show you, innit? We all know Alex Scott's performance against Newcastle. Think about how some of our midfielders were looking against some of these physical teams. I want you lot to go back and think about how peak it was and the way that guys like Santos were getting gegenpressed by Leeds, bro. And they had no hope. Like, they were struggling, drowning, bro. Like, never forget that. Anytime you would play a team like Newcastle away, Sunderland, bro, these men looked like they couldn't breathe, couldn't get on the ball. I want you to look at what Alex Scott, yeah, how comfy he's looking against Sunderland. A team like Sunderland, for example. Look how comfy he's looking. You see what I mean about dropping deep to the CBs? Scott's like, bro, give me the ball anywhere. I'm chilling. I'm calm. Pre it. Give me the ball anywhere, bro. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm comfy, bro. Like, relax. You know what I mean? He's got the little chill pings. gets the ball here. He's got a little dribble bag in his thing. You know what I'm saying? Little fake dribble. We just ain't really got a player like that. Like, what player do Chelsea have that can even operate like this? That's just this mobile. We don't really have one, if you think about it. Like, who do we have that's doing this? We don't have a player that's doing this. This is why I say, like, to have that next to Caicedo, like, come on, bro. Let's be serious. Which player at Chelsea's doing this? Go on. You let me know. Nobody. Nobody's bringing that vibe, and that's what Chelsea have. When I say Chelsea need a dribbly mobile midfielder that can take the ball anywhere, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. I mean somebody that's confident. Gassed, bro. That man said Barco. You don't want Barco to get eaten alive, bro. Don't do this to Barco. Don't put that kind of pressure on Barco. Like, bro, like I'm being real with you. Like, it's not easy to do what man's doing. You need a certain skill set. Alex Scott is athletic. He's physical. He's strong. Bro, nah. I'll never put that kind of pressure. Barco, nah, man. And Barco's good. Like, Barco can pass. Barco gives that vibe. But this is where you have to know, like, you have to have an eye for this. You know what I mean? Lavia can do it, but Lavia doesn't carry. You know what I mean? That's the problem. And I like Barco. Barco's someone that I still don't mind, but Lavia, this is what I mean when I say, like, it's very specific what I'm saying. Like, when is Lavia going to do this? When are you ever going to see Lavia carry the ball? Lavia will, this is what Lavia's going to do. He drops the shoulder here, and then Lavia's looking to pass more often. He ain't going to continue on, go on, jog on, play the step over and do that. He's not doing that. He ain't going to do, we'll see if it comes next after this. Like, we ain't got a midfielder that, it's not this, but we'll come to that in a second, innit? But we ain't got a midfielder that's going to, I think it's the next clip after this. We ain't got a midfielder, they're fucking boy, innit, man? We ain't got a midfielder that does this. Not one. That takes the ball comfy, that can do that drive on, and suddenly now he's got it to his winger. No midfielder in our ranks is doing that, I'll be honest. Do you know who does do that? João Neves, Vitinha, Bernardo, them kind of players there. I'll be real. You know what I'm saying? So, Caicedo can, 100%. Caicedo actually can, but Caicedo, it's not something he could just, the moment has to come. Caicedo can do it, but this Alex, bro, I just showed you one game of Alex Scott. Alex Scott can do that 4 or 5 times a game. Like, 4 or 5 times a game, you get me? Like, it's them ones where, like, the thing with Alex Scott, why I understand why I think some people don't rate Alex Scott as much, because they look at Alex Scott like an 8. I look at Alex Scott like more of a 6, like more of a Vitinha. So that's why I judge him differently. Like, I look at Alex Scott like, yo, this is a Vitinha. Like, yo, all right, cool. In a possession team, he's going to drop deep. He's almost going to be like our 6 or like our double pivot player with Caicedo. And that's the bag he got. And you know what I'm saying? I'll see if I can even, I can't be bothered to find it. But like, let me even try see if I can find this here. And this is going to shock you lot. But this is what I mean where, I don't know why it's fucking, I can't be bothered in it. But I can't be bothered to take off the caps lock. I don't know why caps lock was even on there. That's fucking jokes. Oh, am I going to be able to find it? Are we going to find it? Are we going to find it? It's looking like a long day, but I'll be honest. Oh, there we go. Look at this. Check the tapes. Oh, this is 20. This is even what I'm looking for. But let me just get the pictures perfect to me. This is the picture. This is in 2025 when I said this, bro. January 2025. We're talking about Maresca times, bro. The perfect profile partner for Caicedo. All-phase maestro with the mobility and physical gifts to excel in the PL. Crazy press resistance to receive anywhere, nuts ball carrying, and ability to lead in first phase build-up. This for me, and this is why I like showing you lot this, so you lot know that this is real talk. This is not me saying it because we're linked or anything like that. This, in my opinion, is the perfect partner for Caicedo. Because like I said, there's a lot of reasons that people have always said, yeah, Caicedo and Rice would have been great. You know what I mean? Caicedo and Rice would have been a great partnership. The issue with Rice is that Rice is obviously not good in possession. So what you want is someone that kind of has Rice's traits when it comes to box carrying, got legs, someone that has all of them stuff, but is a possession boy. Which is why I said someone like De Jong would have been great. He would have been perfect. You know what I mean? But obviously De Jong, listen, he's never coming. But Scott, low-key, it's a poor man's version, don't get me wrong, because De Jong's different level. I ain't going to lie to you. Different source in possession. But Scott is probably more attentive defensively. But Scott is this. The gifts to excel in the PL. Scott is like, 5'11", 6 foot, however tall he is. Physical, can get up and down the pitch. Solid defensively. Let me not say crazy press resistance. De Jong's different, but he's good press resistance. Good ball carrying, not nuts. And he can lead in first phase build-up. You saw him getting from the CBs. I think Scott, if you have Scott against these teams that want to press us, these physical teams, like we saw the Sunderlands, the Newcastles. That's where Scott's going to give you value. Then against like the low blocks or the main teams, you got your Wharton or you got Enzo. Then bro, we're cooking, man. That's what I told you. For me, the pattern should be very clear from now. Chelsea, go get Alex Scott. I didn't even talk about Alex Scott because I thought we would get a midfielder in that 50 million range. I didn't even know Chelsea would ever dream of trying to get a Santos replacement for like 70 mil, 75. I didn't think that was on the cards, bro. I'll be real. You know what I'm saying? And guys are even saying Scott used to be a 10. Bro, he's probably got more potential to grow in the final third as well, like you lot said, but that wouldn't even be my priority. I look at Scott and I think, bro, you can become like our PL Premier League Vitinha. Like, obviously, Vitinha's a different gravy, different player, but listen, Vitinha's technically clear. We know this. Carrying the intricacies is different. But Scott is bigger. Scott is taller. Scott is a Premier League player. Scott is more physical. For a Premier League version, bro, like low key, I can see it with Scott. And that's why I think the club are on his neck. Because they're thinking, bro, against these physical teams, him and Caicedo, yeah, man, good luck. And then like you said, when we play the low blocks, when we play most teams, you don't even need to ask who's playing. When we play 60% of teams, you know what time it is. Either him or Enzo, innit? Enzo's going to have to unleash that passing bag, bro. But it's him or Enzo versus low block. And we know Enzo against low blocks, when he's got more time, when Enzo's facing the field, Enzo can do his thing. But listen, it's looking like Enzo's going to leave. If Enzo leaves, I just want Wharton coming into the club straight. I don't want to hear no noise. Alex Scott, boy, that would be an upgrade on Santos because you got a mobile guy. And suddenly, I'm not even going to lie, you could probably even get away with Wharton and Scott versus certain teams. You could probably get away with it. Wharton and Scott would low-key be like Xhaka and Ezekiel Palacios. Alex Scott can play the Caicedo role, get about the pitch, kind of tackle. You get Wharton to sit. It could probably work against some low blocks in Alonso's system. Obviously, we'd have to play a back three in that scenario. But boy, I'll be real, man. Like, I'd be gassed. I just don't know whether Chelsea are going to do it. It's just as simple as that. And I'm pretty sure, is it MH? Shout out MH, bro. His watch is really real. I'll be honest, he deserves his credit. He said that this Chelsea and Alex Scott thing is not over, if I'm not wrong. I'm pretty sure he said something like that. So that's definitely interesting, bro.
Now, I've just seen that Chelsea apparently are front runners to get Jordan Henderson. Nah, I'm not fucking around. This is real shit. Chelsea are front runners to get Jordan Henderson. After a crazy bomber about Welbeck earlier in the day, they thought, nah, that's not enough. We're going to get links to Jordan Henderson. Nah, I'm not going to talk too much. I'm not going to try to do gimmicks and pretend like I want this to happen in any way. Listen, I get all the mentality, leadership stuff, whatever. Fair enough. I'm sorry, man. Like, the thought of Jordan Henderson just seeing any minutes for our midfield next season is crazy work. Crazy work. And I'll be real. Listen, all jokes aside, if we get him and he's just like an off-pitch leader, he barely plays, whatever. We've got one game a week. I guess he could help the mentality, leadership and all of that. We've got a young squad. Don't get me wrong. I get it. My fear is just that this in any way kind of affects or interacts with this idea that you've just heard in the video that I've been explaining, trying to get Alex Scott to replace Santos, and then obviously if Enzo goes, maybe getting someone like Wharton or another big midfielder. I just really hope Jordan Henderson is nothing to do with that and doesn't affect that. I don't want to imagine that Jordan Henderson at some point, because we know how dangerous this club can be, is some way involved in the idea of a brief of, Chelsea signed 2 midfielders. We feel that's enough. Maybe we end up getting Alex Scott and then they just say, all right, we're going to sell Enzo Fernandez and we don't need to get anyone else. Especially considering we've now seemingly confirmed Barco. That scares me. It's scaring me. I ain't going to lie to you. So that's where I'm a bit nervous about this. Now, like I said, if it's just an off-pitch thing, whatever. I actually do see the value, I guess, when we remove the jokes. But I just hope this club don't do no weird stuff, man. I want my Alex Scott and potentially Wharton, or let's just keep Enzo and get Alex Scott. And then, listen, no complaints from me. But let's see what this club is doing. But boy, nobody in this world could have ever told me I'd wake up and by the time the day is done, Henderson and Danny Welbeck in 2026 are heading to my football club. God bless you, Blue Co, man. God bless you, Blue Co. That's all I can say.